time you'll learn.
So is Invincible Season 2 worth the wait? Let's talk about it. I remember when Invincible first came out and I didn't have Amazon Prime, but I kept seeing videos of Omni-Man just being the shit out of Mark and the meme of Omni-Man just with blood all over him. And then I think after a couple of months, I finally got around to it and I watched it, and you know, just wow, it was this absolutely something else, honestly. Now, after I watched the first season, it left me wanting more, and I just kind of grew impatient. So, you know, I did what any nerd would do. You know, I got the comic book for it. I read the whole series of Invincible in probably about less than 2 months. And I think honestly, maybe just for the watchers of the show and how it left off in season 1, you know, I feel like, you know, it deserves a season 2, but you know, I don't think it'll be nearly as impactful as season 1. Also, let me add, if you don't want to know anything past season 1 of Invincible, there will be major spoilers. Anyways, this show reminds me of kind of like Adult Swim, just very violent and bloody, but you know, funny at times. But a big complaint of mine is just how the MC of the show just doesn't feel like an MC at all. Maybe like literally at the end of the series when, you know, he kind of really just becomes king of another planet, or kind of like their savior or something like that, but it just never feels like it's centered around him. You know, it's not that type of show where it's a stereotypical, you know, the MC is just going to succeed no matter what or anything he does type of show, like kind of like a Dragon Ball Z or Marvel, DC, you know, something along those lines. Mark gets his ass beat so many times throughout this series. I dead ass start rooting for him in any fight he pursues. Like literally, if any character isn't severely weaker than him, expect him to come out looking like that character off of SpongeBob in that full body cast. You know, it just pisses me off that, like, so much that Mark just kind of really sucks. And it's not like I want him to be God or anything, but you know, kind of just throw him a bone once in a while. Like, you know, so many times he's been folded like a lawn chair, barely coming back. You know, like I'm talking about, he's been like severely damaged. You know, if these like Viltrumites weren't so like durable, he'd be packed up season 1 guaranteed. Now through season 1 and the rest of the series, there's a lot of highlights and good moments in the show that really make it worth watching. You know, like finally introducing Thrag into the story, that'll be really good for it. You know, actually how OP he is, and you know, seeing that on screen, that'd be good. You know, seeing characters like Alan the Alien like really thrive in the show, Battle Beast or more of it, Cecile, Mark's girlfriend, you know, they all give the story like something really good. And of course Robot too, that's an interesting storyline. I think honestly the side characters or the side stories away from the main plot, you know, sometimes are a lot better than, you know, I guess the main part of the story, and it's kind of more enjoyable, at least to read like now. Now this portion is going to be a little bit off script, but I just want to say like this, I feel like this series is like the whole thing, just not season 1. It's gonna be a thing to see on screen for people who only like want to watch it through the animation. I mean, like there's a part in the series where Mark gets let's just say graped by another Viltrumite, one of, if you don't know, basically one of his people, I guess, from Omni-Man's planet, back over there. And then because they came to Earth and then basically try to get Mark to, I guess, join them, and that kind of didn't end up good at all. But anyways, I kind of want to touch on the other stuff in the story. Like basically that thing, it kind of just like drags on. Like Mark never really, I guess, reaches a potential that you would think maybe he would be on par with fighting Omni-Man at some degree, or really anyone that's like above his level. Like he hangs with them sometimes. Like in the later in the series, there's another like basically general type of Viltrumite on the planet who he fights with, and it's very gruesome. I mean, it's probably like one of his worst fights. He literally nearly died just trying to get to him. But no, that fight was something else. It was probably definitely worse than him and Omni-Man. But you know, I want to see that on screen, but like just kind of like the process getting there, it just feels like the show is a drag. Like it's just after season 1 and like all the pointless fights in him and stuff like that, it just doesn't feel like nothing's really getting nowhere. But overall, I mean, I think I'm ready to see season 2, at least on screen. Season 3 though, or even potential season 3, 4, 5, I don't know about that. I mean, they can probably skip a lot of it, which I'm sure they will. I think that'd be more enjoyable, not to really go through everything that happens, because a lot of shit happens. But if you want to hear more about it, I mean, let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely go over it with you. But to wrap it up, I definitely want to say, please buff Mark. For the life of Christ, please, like, just buff Mark. If anyone who deals with that department is like watching, please buff him. He needs it. Season 2 should be around soon. And with that, let me know if you enjoyed season 1 already, if you liked it or disliked it. Thanks for watching like always. And if you agreed or disagree with anything I said in the video, just let me know down in the comments. Subscribe and like, please. And with that, I'll see you next time.
No!